Hi, welcome to the series of Jasper Reports. In this session, we are going to discuss about how we can apply PDF advanced properties in Jaspersoft Design Studio. The agenda for this session is we are going to see an example on how we can apply advanced PDF properties for a missing font in the PDF export. Let's get started. Let us consider the scenario of PDF export that contains the Tahoma font. In the server UI or in the studio export, we get the Tahoma font with bold text without any issues. But after deploying the report to the server, and from there, if we export the report to PDF, we are going to see the output in the left side image. So to overcome that, we are going to use PDF advanced properties in the studio so that we will be seeing the output on the right side image. So let us try to reproduce the issue and let us try to fix by applying the advanced PDF properties. So to start with, we are going to create a grid report and we are going to publish that to the server and then exporting it to the PDF and observing whether we are getting the expected result or not. So to start with, let's create a blank report. Let us create a blank report from file, new, then the Jasper report. Select the blank A4 from the report templates, click on next. I am going to save the report under Jasper Reports 2021 project folder of reports folder. Let's name the report as PDF advanced properties missing font in the export. Click on next. Now in the data source wizard, from the data adapter dropdown, select the Foodma database. Let us apply the main query to the report. So the main query is going to be select star from customer limit 40. Using the fields coming from the customer table, we are going to use detail band and column header band to design a grid-like view. Click on next. Then select all the fields for the main data set. Click on next. As we are not going to implement groups in the report, we can skip this particular section. So click on next and then click on finish. From the outline view of the report, let us remove the unwanted bands. So in this particular example, we are not going to have page header, column footer, page footer, summary. Right click on the selection from the outline and then click on the delete option. Now we have the title band to keep the report title and column header to keep the labels of the fields, and the actual text fields are going to be there in the detail band. Now from the outline view, expand the fields node. Let us take randomly few fields for the report. So I am going to take customer ID, not the last name, but for the first name, then city, and then yearly income and gender. Drag these fields to the detail band. Let's cancel this detail band. Now remove the empty space from the bands by double click on the empty space of the band. Now let us add the title to the report. I'm going to use the same name that I used to save the report, which is nothing but PDF advanced properties missing font in the export. I am bolding it, and so let's quickly format the fields and labels also. Let us bold the labels here. So if we closely look at each of the text field, we can see that the default font is sans serif with 10 pixels for both labels and the text fields. Now, if we export this, if we deploy this report to the server, and if we export this report to the PDF, we should be seeing the same font size and same font name. Although we cannot identify which font it is, but by looking at the export output, we can understand that the similar font and the size is exported to the PDF. So let us publish this report to the server and see the output in server view. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to deploy this report to the local Jasper Reports 2021 project within the reports folder. In the bottom, let us give the report unit. Click on next. In the configure data source section, we have two options, data source and query. Be in the data source, and out of these three, choose the first one, which is the data source from the repository. We have already created a database connection called foodmod, and we are going to map that data source to the report. So click on this ellipse button and search for the connection with foodmod. So our project is Jasper Reports 2021, and within the resource folder, we have the foodmod connection. So let's make the top connection as the path for the data source from the repository. So click on finish. Now let us view the output of the report in the server. Super user and super user. Here is the report in the bottom. This is the one we deployed just now. PDF advanced properties, missing font in the export. I have another report deployed. So to avoid the confusion, I am going to delete the other one. So the report that we published is this one. Make the selection on the report and then click on run button, or right click on the selection, click on run in Newt. So this output just looks fine to me, and I can notice that the text of the title and the text, the the font the font of the title and the font of the labels and the font of the actual data is sans serif with 10 pixels. So if I export this to PDF, I should be able to see the same font and with the same size. So I open the PDF export. Now we can see the full font is coming up on the title, and we can see the bold font for the labels and non-bold data values for the detailed information. So there is no issue with the sans serif with 10 pixels if we export the report to the PDF. Now let us try to change the font family for all of these text fields. So multi-select all the text elements with the static text fields, and from the drop down of the font, let us type in Tahoma, and let us increase the height of each text field to 11 pixels. So we have a different font selected for the title and the labels and as well to the fields. And the font name is Tahoma here. Now, if we publish this report to the server and afterwards, if we export it to PDF, we should be able to see the same font family with the same bold application. So I have published the report. Now I am going to rerun this report. So on the server view, we are able to see the Tahoma font for the title and to the labels and to the respective detailed data. Now what happens if I export this to the PDF format? So I am going to open the PDF that is downloaded. So in the output, we are not able to see the Tahoma font for the title and to the labels and to the data values. This is basically a different font. This is basically a different font, and this is not meeting our expected output, which means the bold is missing for the title and the font family is missing for the title as well to the other details like labels and to the detailed data. So how we are going to fix this? So we are having advanced properties for PDF export, and there we are going to configure the actual font, actual missing font. So basically, I would say the font family and the font size is missing for this export. So fonts are basically ATTF files. So we need to add those files as resources to the report, and we need to map exactly to the respective text field or respective labels here. So in the Windows operating system, in the Windows, we have the fonts folder. So let's go to the Windows folder, not from here. So within the physical drive, let us click on PC and click on C drive. And in the Windows folder, we can see the fonts. So basically these fonts are defined in the operating system, or we can directly download them from the internet. So for easy purpose, I am going to use the fonts available from the Windows operating system. If it is Linux, so we can search for the where the OS path stores in the Linux, and you can take those files as references. So in the font section, let's type in Tahoma. So these are the Tahoma family of files. I am going to make a copy of this, and I am going to store this in some drive, say in the D drive. I have already copied these files, but I am going to make another copy of the same files. So there are two files related to Tahoma and Tahoma PD, and the extension for these files should be .ttf. So right click on the file and then check the extension. Now we are going to upload these two files to the server, and we are going to make a reference of these files in the PDF advanced properties. So first upload these files as resources to the report, or say the files in the Jasper server repository. So in the resources, I am going to upload these files. Right click on the resources folder, which is a custom folder we have created earlier. So click on the add resource option and then click on file and then click on font. From the upload a file from your local computer page, the type should be font here. Now make a selection of the file, Tahoma, and so as we select, we can see the extension. Description is optional always, so click on submit. We can see the uploaded font file here, tahoma.ttf, and the type of this file is file. Similarly, upload the other file. Similarly, select the other font, which is the Homer BD, nothing but the bold one. So click on the submit option here. Now we have the two files related to the Tahoma. Now what we have to do is we have to map these paths in the JRXML. So to have the paths, make a selection of the font file and right click on this and go to the properties. Here we can see the path of the file. So we want to have non-bold font for the text fields here. So make a selection of the text fields from the detail band, and in the properties, in the advanced section, we have PDF section here, and PDF font name we have to provide it as repo colon then the path, and PDF embedded should be true here, and PDF encoding should be Unicode with horizontal or vertical. I am going to make it as identity H Unicode with horizontal writing. So as quick as we configure these properties, we can see some warnings on the text fields, but that doesn't harm anything. So we can ignore like that. And now this is the Homa bold. So make a note of the path for the bold from the server. So which is this one here, and apply this path for the bold text. So make a selection on the bold labels on the report. Go to the advanced properties and configure the PDF related options. So the PDF font name is repo colon then the path of the Tahoma bold. Now this should be true here, which is PDF embedded equal, and PDF encoding should be identity H Unicode with horizontal writing. The use of PDF font is deprecated and replaced by the font extension. For more information about the font extension, consult the user guide. This is just a warning. So this doesn't harm any design issues when we export to the PDF or when we run the report in the server. So redeploy this to the server and rerun the report. So this is the report here. So in the server view, there were no issues before applying the custom fonts or after applying the custom fonts. So the difference is when we export the report into the PDF. So let's export this output to the PDF and then open the PDF. Now we should be able to see the home font with bold title and with the bold labels and the um, normal size for the normal, I mean, without bold for the detailed data here. So this way we can apply PDF advanced properties for a missing font when we export the report to the PDF format. So this brings us to the end of this session. I hope you're a little clearer on what we saw in this session. So before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of what we have seen so far. So we consider the scenario of the Homa font, and we applied the Homa custom fonts to the labels and the text fields on the report. And this is the left side image indicates before applying the advanced PDF properties, the font style is missing along with the font size, but after applying we can see the output is something similar to something similar on the right image. So these are the properties where we can set PDF embedded, PDF encoding, PDF font name, and that's about it. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more updates.